trying to make the music low, but not too low. Damn it. Off, not off. It's there. That's fine. As you say. It's good to see you. What do you mean, what's mic hawk? Are you trying to get me to say something stupid? I don't appreciate it. Because of that, I am going to torture you with my intro. Hey, this is a place for me to talk about my inner work, my mental health, my life, my emotions, my thoughts, and it's a compassionate-ish, safe-ish place where you can troll, just like kindly-ish. Fucking look at, as you say, already starting. Hi, how you doing? I'm good. As you say, I am tired. How are you doing, Blue? Let's see. What am I trying to say? I am the author of Bloodlust, His Mate, Her War. And today we are slowing the fuck down because I'm tired. I've had 4 days of not good sleep and we're just going to be connecting and spending time. So, you know, my favorite thing to do is to ask, what are you grateful for this week? Like, did you guys do anything fun? Enjoy your life? I don't know. I am grateful I can play with my hair a little bit in front of you guys because I just got here. And I'm grateful for Billy. Not really. He pooped on my bed, Rory's bed, right before she fell asleep yesterday. Not really. So what happened? It was in the bed. So we were tucking in, and I didn't even know it was in the bed, and I could smell his poop. And I was like, great. I have to clean that. So I took off all the sheets and everything, and my kid was like, what's going on? She doesn't understand. Starts having a meltdown. I had to pause. She helps me put in the sheets. So if you have a kid that's like kind of dysregulated while something is going on, you can ask them to participate. That's what I've been doing, so that it doesn't feel like, I don't know, helps them I feel like it helps them feel like they're in control too. They're solving the problem too. I don't know, maybe it's me. Blue says, I'm grateful for the break from you last week, you bastard. I am grateful for the break from you too, asshole. Thank God for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Well, I don't appreciate Black Friday. I think it's a place where people can die. I don't like that. Billy proved he is alpha. As you say, that's true. He is more in charge than we think, and I don't appreciate that either. He's been pooping a lot. Like, I think in the last 2 weeks, he's pooped 4 times on our bed. But I found out the first 3 times was from eating little bits of chocolate that was around the house from Rory. So now we have to be extra clean. I think he's been poisoning himself, or we've been accidentally poisoning him. Like, my husband was like, me and him were joking. We were like, we should just let him eat the chocolate for the rest of, until he dies. And I was like, there are much better ways to kill him, like euthanasia. I don't know. What do you think, Billy? Would you want to die from chocolate or euthanasia? What do you think? Today is, the vibe is not going to be as fun, and like, it can be fun. You guys are a bunch of trolls and you guys have good humor, so it can be fun, but I feel like I have a lot of heavy things this week and I would like to talk about them, but they're all positive, heavy things. A lot of self-growth, a lot of chocolate solution. Let's see. Blue says, Rory tired of sharing your attention. Chocolate solution. She's trying to kill him herself, huh? I suppose so. Actually, she's been really good with him. She's been trying to pet him instead of like pulling his tail too much these days. So that's been very good. Leaps and bounds, guys. Leaps and bounds. Okay, what did I have to talk about? Oh, I saw my aunt this week, and I'm not really close to my extended family anymore because my uncle harassed me, and so I left the family. It was my decision because they didn't, they're going to sweep under the rug, and they didn't want to, how does this work? He harassed me. They didn't want to, they're not the type to talk about it, so no one talked to him about it, and and they just like let him go to parties still. And so I decided not to be a part of that, and that's okay. And so I saw my aunt again on Monday. I haven't seen her since that debacle, and my dad was there, and she didn't tell me. And she said that he emailed me, and I bet that's true. He did, like, I put it in spam. You can't really block on Gmail. It only goes to spam, so I don't get his emails. And I realized I told myself that if he was there, I can leave. And I've never left before. Usually I sit there and I take like abuse and I pretend I'm okay. I did not. I was not like that this time. It was very brave of me and very truthful, and I was fine with it. It was like so freeing to be like, I don't feel comfortable. I'm about to have a panic attack. I'm going to take a break. Like, I'm leaving. And then there was like a shift in energy, which I loved. It was like my aunt felt like she's not in control of the situation. My dad felt like he was also losing the situation, and so he left. He went to his room that he stays in when he's in America, not Vietnam. And I got to spend time with them. But after that, I even talked to her about it. My aunts like to meddle and like fix my relationship with my dad. And this is a whole nother thing where I would like to say that I know that it's not their fault. They're conditioned to do this, and like it makes them feel like a sense of worth when they can help out with like relationships. But you're not in this relationship with me. My dad is the one who has to repair with me. I have to be the one willing to repair with him, and because I don't want to, and because he's not good at it, we're not going to repair. You cannot fix my relationship with my father. And the more you do, the more strained my relationship with you is. And I was so scared to tell them that before. I used to be so terrified. Now I'm like, I don't fucking care. It's kind of freeing. It's like my other aunt, oh my God, it's because my dad is leaving to Vietnam and he has citizenship there now, and which he didn't have before. So like, he's not coming back. And then they were like, but he's leaving. And I was like, I don't fucking care. Even better. The faster he goes, the better, I was not like, the urgency is not going to make me change my mind. You shouldn't pressure someone just because there's a time limit. If they're not ready to do something, like they're not ready to do something. And I feel like if you're that person in my position, I feel like you should honor how you feel. And anyways, this is a lot. Let's see. Sorry. I had more, but let me go back. Kind of Blue says, I pronounce aunt like aunt. We are different. Aunt. And something. No, I have to say auntie. I feel like that's like such a Chinese thing to do too. Like, because when you meet someone or like you see an elder that like your kids there, you tell them, say hi to Auntie Tiffany, say hi to Auntie whatever. Even though they're not actually related to you, you just call everyone uncle and auntie. And so I can't say aunt. Oh, okay. Yeah, going back. So then a couple days later, my cousin says, hey, my mom, different cousin, different aunt, says, hey, my mom wanted to let you know that your dad's leaving. And I was like, I'm so sorry that you were put as the messenger. It was good to hear from you. I will talk to my aunt directly. Because I feel like that's the much more mature thing to do. Even though I was angry at the message, I was going to tell him, hey, tell your mom. And I was like, wait, that's not his fault. So like, I'm going to like respect that it's not his fault and like protect the messenger as I go back and directly yell at my auntie. And so I told my auntie like, and I didn't yell at her. I was very graceful about it, but I don't think they're used to me being honest. They're used to me being the peacekeeper. They're used to me not like making commotion. They're used to me being the nice one. And I am being nice, but to them, this is like very hard for them to hear, and I don't fucking care. And it's very empowering to be like, I'm going to tell my truth. I'm going to say it in a respectful, calming way. If you have a problem with it, we don't have to really have a relationship. Like I used to be so terrified. It felt like death if my aunts and uncles' opinions were negative of me, So I never stirred the boat. Like I just never did anything that was truthful to my soul. And it was because I had a lot of abandonment issues. And I was a people pleaser for that reason. Huge reason. What was I trying to say? I told my aunt, like, if I want to it's good to hear from you. If I want to have a relationship with my father, I can do that myself. You don't need to get involved. I said that I don't want to hear anything about him again from you. And then she was like, oh, I didn't know, which is stupid. She totally knew. She was like, I didn't know that you guys were having problems. I was like, how can you not know? You're like telling me he's about to leave. If we weren't having problems, I would know that from him. No, I don't know. So mad. And then what was I trying to say? I feel like I did a lot of work when I left this family. There was a lot of pain. When after my uncle and like I lost my cousins, I just felt like I lost the whole family. I lost my father. There was a lot of pain, and it's still very painful when I think about stuff. Like I miss them, and I spent a lot of time journaling because that pain also was like emotional flashbacks of me being abandoned by my father. And then, so I journaled and I had a quote or question I always asked myself. It's kind of like an affirmation, but like at first I wasn't believing it. It was like, I will always be there for you. No one else has to be there for you. And I also said something like, people leave because of their own limitations, fears, and choices. It doesn't have to do with you. It doesn't mean that you're not worthy. And so I kept telling myself those things. And then I think eventually I just believed it. And then now I'm like honoring it. Like I'm behaving in a way because I was telling ChatGPT that if they cannot listen to my boundaries, I'm going to have to like sever my relationships with them, not in a painful, like I'm punishing you way. I'm doing it because you're not listening to me. I'm going to give them like so many times before, and I'll try to teach them along the way. But if they cannot change, I'm not here for that. And so, I was telling ChatGPT that, and then he said something about how he didn't mean it, I'm sure, but like you're abandoning your aunt. And I said, it's funny that you say that because I would say that I'm not abandoning myself. That's how I feel about it now. I'm not going to change. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for you to respect this part of me that I don't want to hear about my father. And if you cannot respect that, I think it's a fair thing to ask. It's not like I'm asking for too much. Yeah, if you cannot respect that, then I don't see having a relationship with you will work out. And it's just so nice to not abandon myself anymore. You know, I'm not afraid of losing other people. I'm afraid of losing myself. Oh, it's so nice. You guys. Okay, let's see. Auntie Tiffany sounds hot. Of course you would say that, Blue. You're so annoying. You think anyone sounds... Well, Tiffany is just a very slutty name, to be honest. What do you think, Blue? It's such a slutty name. As you say with the frog. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's to the Tiffany comment. I'm very grateful because it's been an emotional few days and there was a lot of conflict, but I feel like it's good conflict. Oh, you guys, you want to hear what I said? I felt bad for my father. Actually, don't hate him. I'm still kind of mad at him. Like, let's be real. But like, I'm also like over it, you know? I've decided to move on with my life. And I feel like he has hope that we're going to make it, you know, that like, if just give it a few more like months or years or months or whatever, and I'll forgive him. Like everything's under the bridge, right? So then I feel like the nice, compassionate thing I could do is send him an email telling him like what I expect from the relationship moving forward. And then I was like, I really don't need to write this. This is really exhausting and emotionally taxing for me, but I want to do it. So then you guys want to read it? I'll read it with you guys. It's pretty good. I feel like it was pretty emotionally mature. Whatever, I'm going to do it. It's good stuff, you guys. Such an emotional week for me. You know, breaking up with your family is a huge thing. Yeah, it's been a week. Okay, here. Hello. I didn't say father because I felt like that was awkward. And I didn't want to say his name because I also thought that was awkward. So I just said hello. He wants you two to be cool, but he doesn't seem willing to put in any work into it. He's hoping it just happens on its own. And what Dad replied, okay, sure, thanks, as you say. And Blue, he thinks you're cool. Yeah, you know what? He's always had a very shallow relationship with me. I didn't understand it as a 20-year-old, you know, trying to get to know him, trying to like finally fulfill the fantasy of having a father. And then but he never got to know me at all in those 10 years. And also I put in all the work. Like I would reach out telling him, hey, let's hang out. I would be the one driving to see him. I did all of the work, you know, in the relationship. And I was like, why am I doing this? I was the one listening to him. He's never asked me a single question about myself. So then, Yeah, he's like that. So then he doesn't really know how to have relationships. So why would I expect him to know how to have a relationship with me? And I don't want to have a relationship like that. I don't want to have a shallow relationship. I don't want to pretend we're all good. I'm not good with you, and I'm not going to pretend anymore. I feel like that's so draining on you to have to pretend you're good. That's exhausting. Fuck that. Be like, we're not good. I'm okay with that. You should, if you're not okay with that, that's on you. That's your journey. I don't know what Daddy replied because Daddy and I are not still speaking. I blocked him, but like, it's on spam, so I'm sure he can get my email, but I don't still get his, or if he replies, I don't want to see it. I don't care to see it. Yeah. But here we go. Hello, I just wanted to make it clear where we stand. This is the last time I will reach out to you. We have both tried to make this relationship work and it is not working for me anymore. If it works, if it helps you move on, I am not mad. You are who you are and I am who I am. To me, you are just my sperm donor, not my father. I felt like that was a bold move, but I feel like it was kind too. Anyways, I said, I see no reason to have this shallow relationship. I do not wish you pain or sadness or anger. I hope you find peace and happiness in your life, but I do not want a relationship with you ever again. I have to learn to be my own parent from here on out and heal. And that's my journey, and I hope you heal too. Please do not try to get your sisters, your nieces, and nephews to talk to me about it. I will not change my mind. The more they talk to me about it, the more it will strain my relationship with them. At this point, I am not willing to abandon myself to keep the peace with anyone again. Either way, I hope you get to acceptance someday that we will not have a relationship. Again, I'm grateful for the time to get to know you and understand where I came from and why things happened the way they did, but I do not need a future with you. I wish you well and peace and happiness in your future. That's what I say. Yeah. ChatGPT did not write that for me. Kind of passive aggressive, you bitch. You mean the sperm donor thing? I really meant it though. That's my narrative now. That is my narrative. Like, I don't see him as a father. I'm not trying to like rekindle something, believe that he can change all these things. It's like he wasn't there in my life, so he just gave me my genes, you know? Wish him well, peace like 17 times. I totally have to do that. You have to do that when you're breaking up with someone. You have to be nice about the breakup. You're not there to blame them. You're not there to whatever. You're there to tell them, I'm not going to give you any more of my time. That's what you're doing. So like, yeah, I want to be nice about it when I break up with people, you know, like it's painful for him, you know, like I know he loves me. I know he wanted to raise me. I know these things, but he does not know how to have a relationship. So I do not want to be a part of that. It doesn't matter. I love him too, or I wish him well. I don't know if I love him. That's a big thing to say. I don't love him. That's probably more accurate. As you say, says, I mean, it's his first time living life too. That's true. But he doesn't listen to me when I tell him I'm upset about things. He's not here. You're right. And I think when there's an opportunity there for growth, you know, when you see that someone doesn't like you, you can always be like, it's their problem. You can always say it's their problem, but there is probably a little nugget of truth in there that you can learn from, that you can change. Like, that's what I do all the time. Sometimes people are like, if they're screaming at me because it's their problem, I can reflect and see that. But if they're screaming at me, or they're mad at me, or they're breaking up with me, or they don't like me because of something that I might be able to change because I think it might be helpful in general, then I would do that. Because he does not have any close relationships. Maybe he should look at himself in that, you know? It's not a everyone else's thing. Now it's a him thing. You know, and it's not a bad thing. I don't want to shame him for it. I just think we all need to reflect on our choices, our behaviors, our thoughts, our beliefs, and maybe we can change and grow in a positive way so we can connect healthier with people in our lives. I said it. As you say, what you got? As you say? Kind of blue. A breakup email from me would be 2 words. What would it say? Tell me. It's over. Fuck you. Suck it. Let me see. What else is there? Bye. Girl, bye. Why you assume it's always a girl? You could break up with other people too. Yeah, anyways. Boy, bye. Silly. But you're not, where's the nice parts? You have to be nice about it, I feel. also applies to men. It's universal. Girl, bye. That's funny. I like it. I also want to say, segueing into new things, that I'm quitting making my shorts for now. And I'm not going to say like that's forever, but right now I don't have the time. I choose not to put, this is not a priority for me. It takes a lot to edit and I'm not there. I'm just going to make these live streams and then I'm going to post them on YouTube unedited, very minimal editing. And then that's it for now, because I just do not care. I think it's impactful. I feel like my shorts are reaching people, but like when you self-actualize, you also get to choose if it's important to you. I feel like there's a lot of people out there making a lot of meaning, and that's great. But like, I have a lot of other things that I'm excited about, like singing, my singing lessons, doing the Discord karaoke shit. I'm trying to like have a amateur karaoke, comedy show soon, eventually this year. I'm still writing my books, so like social media was supposed to be a place where I can just talk about my life and how I'm growing, and how I feel like I have these tools that have helped me and maybe they can help you. But like, I don't want it to be a place where I have to like perform, and I'm just not in a place where I want to edit. I'm tired of editing. It might come back to me, but right now it's not something I care for. Anyways, and I have a thing about quitting, actually. I think in my 20s, I used to believe that quitting was bad. What do you guys feel about quitting? Like, you don't ever want to be a quitter. People who are successful work hard and stay at the thing and do the grind. And I'm like, I don't want to grind at anything anymore. I don't know about you guys. Billy is tripping because I'm not opening the door for him. What was it? I think it's okay to be mindful and be like, even in relationships, maybe it's time to call it, you know? Like, it's okay to say, this is not a priority right now. Maybe someday it will be, but right now it's not. And it's okay to put things down. Like, I think there's something honest about saying, I don't want to do this right now. I don't have to do this right now. You know, like I'm going to put it down, and it's not bad. I think people make it sound so bad. Like, you're a quitter. Don't be a quitter. But some things you kind of have to quit. And sometimes it's good to quit. Sometimes it's good to stay on things. Like, it's what your priorities are. Like, my priority is to be a good mom, so I can't quit that, you know? I can't quit a lot of the stuff I don't want to do whilst doing that, you know? But social media was supposed to be fun, and it's not fun anymore, so I'm going to put it down, you know? It's not a priority. It's not like I want to be famous from it. There's a lot of competition, a lot of noise out there, and it's fine that there is. It's not about that. It's like, it's just not bringing me joy, you know? Anyways, Kind of Blue says, this might come as a shock, but I watched the shorts too. No way you watch the shorts. Get the fuck out of here. 1, grow audience. 2, make money. 3, hire editor. I hear that, but I don't have years to like cultivate that, or I don't care right now. I want to enjoy my life that I have right now in this day. You know how like we all like say like, and I save money for a rainy day. It's not like, I'm not like YOLO, but like, I'm also like, I don't fucking care. I'd rather just, and where are you watching the shorts? I didn't even know you had any social media, Kind of Blue. Like, you're not friends with me on Instagram, you asshole. Why aren't you friends with me on Instagram, but you watching my shorts? Let's see. I totally watch them. It's fun reliving fun stream moments. You bastard. But where? Are you watching on YouTube? Are you watching on Instagram? Because you're not my friend. It makes me sad. As you say, do you have social media? Why are we not friends on social media? It's messed up. Everyone, you're killing me out here. I go on TikTok and manually enter your name. I don't log in. Oh my God. You really are killing me. I hate you. I don't know what to say to that. That's sweet that you watch them. I appreciate that. But you can also watch it on, I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry, Blue. Like, it's just not worth it. And life has just gotten a little bit extra hard these days, you know, like as life is for everyone, you know, with the recession. It's not really a recession, but you know what I mean? Like, it's been hard for my husband, so I have extra work. It's been hard on my daughter. I have extra work. I'm putting it down. I'm not going to over-explain. What do you mean, nah, you don't want me to be your friend, as you say? Fuck you. You make me mad. You all make me mad. Bunch of trolls right here. Oh, I'm not trying to guilt you into continuing, just a fun fact for you. I see. Thank you, Kind of Blue. Yeah. What was I saying? it's cool that you do rewatch them. I hope you, well, I mean, if you ever want to rewatch it, you can always rewatch it, the whole thing on YouTube, but not here. No, fuck that. I'm just not in a place to make the shorts. I have the content. It'll be on YouTube. If I ever want to revisit it and make shorts again, I can do that. Or my editor can do that if I ever get big. But again, like, so many people try to do this, and it's so competitive out there that I don't even know if I will get big. And I'm okay with that. And if it doesn't ever happen, then I'll never have the shorts again. And so what? 'Tis life. I'm just a speck of dust in this infinite journey that is the universe. So whatever. Let's see. I don't have social media. I see. Fine. I can't make you feel bad about that one. Let's see. I'm done with that. But it's a priority. It's not a priority. Okay. Okay. Yes, done with that. Another option is to make original TikTok content. I don't want to make original TikTok content because this is really good content, and that's enough. I feel that this is original content, but then you have to make a whole minute and think about it in a minute and whatever. Oh, dancing clips. Why you always want me to dance? I want dancing for you. I'm not your monkey. Where is Senpai? Senpai's dancing for me. Let's see. Okay, last thing about my family though. I want to say that, like, breakups are really hard, and that it's not like I don't feel pain. And I think they feel pain too, even though, like, I don't talk to them about it. I didn't know that. It's mid-promotion time. But I have to say that even though we broke up bad, I feel like, and breakups are hard no matter what, even if you don't break up bad, that I'm really always grateful for the time I had with them, the experiences I had, the growth I had with them, or like seeing them grow, or connecting with them, no matter who I, had the relationship with. I have a great fondness for all of them in my heart, and it didn't work out, and that's okay. It's just like, it's time for the next chapter in our lives, and it's okay that we're not in the same chapter. That doesn't take away from the meaning and the value of that relationship, if that makes any sense. Okay. I was done with that. Oh man, I had one more thing. It was so good. God, what is it? Let's see if I remember it. I don't remember. Maybe it'll come back to me. Sorry. Again, 4 hours of sleep. It was so good. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Damn, kill me. Reaction channels have wide audience, as you say. I love that. I've already heard of that. I actually wanted to do one about Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but then I stopped liking it as much. I liked the first few. It's funny because Kanabu was like, after, who was it that joined? The dad joined. I was like, it was supposed to make it better, but I thought it made it worse. Is that fucked up? Because I feel like it usually had like really good topics that they were talking about. The first few episodes had really great topics and like really different ways of looking at like different views of things. But like, yeah, I didn't feel like that after a while. It felt kind of weird. And then I was like eating. I eat while I'm watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And it's like I'm eating and I'm watching like the what are their names? The family that's like kind of incest. It's like so gross to watch them while you're eating. I want to throw up. So yeah, but I do. Yes, Danny DeVito. I do want to do reaction channels for that. I might do that, but that you can't do it on live stream. You kind of have to do it on YouTube, or I guess you could show a little clip here and then do that. I can do that. Yes, the Polos. I don't know. Polos. I don't know. I still can't pronounce anything. It was disgusting. I can't watch them. I mean, it got more disgusting as opposed to like, I think it's because I was just watching the one this morning about tripping on acid. Danny DeVito was tripping on acid, and then there was like, he was in a trailer, and then he was like looking into a bowl of toilet water, and he thought he could jump in, or like he was drinking it for 3 days once, and I was like, oh, I'm like eating food, like leftover food, like a bunch of crap that I don't really enjoy. It was not good food. It was like old, excuse me. It was like old Chinese food with vegetables that were old as well, with like leftover tortilla chip crumbs, and I was just eating all that, and I was like watching the people who were like making the brother and the sister making out, and I just want to throw up because they also have like a unibrow. Oh Lord, it becomes like more guy humor. I don't know. I'm too sophisticated as a female to watch it, like incest humor. Incest humor is not my thing. But thank you, as you say, I was already thinking about doing that. I'm just not there yet. No, I'm never there yet. Pizza or burger? Me, if I could choose, I would have a burger, just because my daughter always eats pizzas, and I'm always eating a pizza or leftover pizzas, and I'm tired of them. What about you guys? Oh, I had one about parenting. Why pizza kind of blue? Boo. Not my thing. Boo. As you say too? Oh my god. Boo. You guys disappoint me. So I was in a room with... Okay, I kid you not. I had like problems with my daughter's having problems at school, and then I went home to cry about it, and I was crying in the car while she's having her socializing class. But she's doing, I love her, and she's not a bad person. She just has, developmental issues, and she has challenges. So of course we're gonna have challenges at school, and it's just hard. Sometimes it's hard as a parent. Oh, it makes me feel so sad. Moving on, I was crying in my car, and then I come out, and then we have this socializing class. The parents were asking questions about emotional intelligence questions, and it made me think, oh, I'm kind of pretty good at this stuff. So they were asking things like, my kid's crying. I'm always saying, it's okay. But I would hate it if a stranger said it's okay to my kid. And then I was like, and then they were like, do you have any solutions? And she was talking to the teacher, but I was like, I have a solution. And then she was like, please. And I said, you can say, like, you could just validate how they feel. Be like, oh, you're feeling sad right now. And then after that, you don't let them do the bad thing. You tell them why the bad thing is bad. Obviously they're going to have these maladaptive things. So if they cry, it's okay. There's lots of things that you can do that's okay, right? But like if they're hitting a kid, that's not okay, right? So then you say it's a structure. You just validate how they're feeling. Oh, I see that you're feeling mad right now. And then you say, we can't hit people because it actually hurts them, like ouchie, and then you say, instead of hitting people, do you want to hit a pillow, or do you want to tear up paper, or do you want to stomp your feet? So you give them, it's a structure. You validate their feelings, you explain why you can't do the behavior they're doing if it's bad, and then you give them an alternative behavior. Yes, it's quite easy, but it was interesting because like I think I thought of that myself, but like I'm sure there are books on it, but like I'm so emotionally intelligent. Oh, so nice. Okay, sorry, I'm just egotistical about it. And then I was gonna say also, because they have such a hard time with it's okay. I'm sure they've been saying that for years, and I'm sure they do it in distress. So then I was like, that's such a hard habit to change. I'm not gonna, like, I thought, why don't you say it's okay to not be okay? Because at that point, you're kind of rolling into it, kind of like judo. Like judo is like you punch someone's punching you, and you pull them so that they're off balance. So like, just roll with it. You're already gonna say it's okay because it's so much harder to change a habit. It's better to just stack another habit on top of that habit. So if you're having a hard time and you're trying to validate your kids' feelings and you're saying it's okay, I think you could just lean in and say it's okay that's not okay. So it's still validating their feelings, but like you don't have to change too much. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's see. Kind of Blue says pancakes or waffles. Pancakes. I would say pancakes. I like how soft they are. Like, I think I've always had, you know, in college, you can make your own Belgian waffles, and they have like that very crispy, big waffle. It's very big, but so crispy, and I don't like it. I like how the syrups or the honey or the maple syrup soaks into, and the jam soaks into, and I'm always thinking about a big breakfast from McDonald's. It's always a big breakfast for me. That's like it's like my favorite pancake. It's like not so good kind of thing. Like, I could go IHOP and get like all that decadent pancake, but it's not as good as like the McDonald's pancake with the jam and the syrup, and you let it soak with the butter, and then it tastes so good. What I do is like I put a layer of like the syrup, and then I flip it, or I hold the first pancake and put some more syrup on the bottom, and then I hold the second pancake and put more syrup on the bottom, so that they're all soaked in by the time I get to the bottom. And then I put the jam. I do the same thing with the jam, and then I do the same thing with the butter, and then I wait a little bit. You guys should see me eat. I have a lot of fun eating. I get very happy. I get very excited. I get very silly. You would like to hang out with me while I'm eating, whilst I eat. Oh, yeah, kind of blue waffles? Why? Bruh, what kind of fancy college did you go to? You don't have the, like, it was not that. It was kind of generic, but yeah, they had like a professional waffle maker. You didn't have one of those? Sorry, kind of blue. That's on you. That must be a Canadian thing. I didn't do my promo, which I'm not gonna hurt you guys and like do it. I'm just gonna say, if you guys want to read my book, I'm gonna send the links right here. You're welcome for that. So you skipped the promo, and I'm only staying until 20, and I'm not going to karaoke because I'm tired today, and I'm gonna honor that tiredness. Just today. Next week, I totally want to, or like when my body feels safe again. Because right now I haven't slept good, and it's not really anxiety. It's like integration. It's like, oh my God, I'm becoming this whole nother person. Like, who the fuck am I? And like not caring what other people think so much, or like not feeling like it's life or death, or like not caring, like feeling like I'll never abandon myself. All of that is culminating, and so I can't sleep good. But maybe next week when I feel safe and calm and grounded again, because right now I'm like up here somewhere. Steak or chicken? Steak, duh. What do you guys... I'm kind of a fancy girl. I like going out to steakhouses and eating, but these days it's too expensive, so I never do any of that. I make my own steaks at home now. If you have a nice stove, then you could sear your steak so good. And then, like, it'll taste so rare inside. And you could it's very simple to make a steak, I feel. So, and it's so expensive. I don't think it's worth going out to get. Yeah, with, like, a good wine, like red wine. Oh, it's so nice. Such a good date night idea. A chicken. Why chicken, kind of blue? You're supposed to be a man. Let me give you some toxic masculinity right here. Men like their steak rare. Let's see. Oh man, I have a few things, lots of small things. Actually, while I talk to you guys, how's your day going? Before I talk about other crap, I have so much like not fun things in the last whatever. Yeah. I'm tired, but I'm happy. It's cold, right? It was like 16 degrees in California. What do you mean L? Oh, 16 degrees in California. I mean, not California, in Canada. That sucks. Is it snowing? Do I have something funny to talk about? Let me see. I had a lot of enlightenment, emotional growth bullshit, but like, let me see. Anything fun? Ooh, I had one from watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Would you guys date someone from the opposite political stance as you? Bang them or marry them? For me, if they were Republican, I might bang them, but I would not date them or marry them. And I don't even know if I would bang them, to be honest. Like, they have to be pretty great. But I feel like if you were great, it's so fucked up. Never mind. I can't say that. That's not kosher. Never mind. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you guys date someone from the opposite political stance as you? It was just because it was on, they were talking about abortion, and like that guy, I can't remember the main character guy. He was like, I'm gonna go on both sides and like, you know, like try to date women on both sides. It was so funny. That was a good episode. Let's see. Kind of Blue says, no snow. What have you learned about yourself in 2025? I've been to Canada, brah. It's unbearable. As you say, you're just telling it straight. What part of Canada did you visit? I've never been to Vancouver, which is silly because it's like right up north from me. But I've been to Toronto like 3 times. And yeah, I've been to Montreal, and I went like all over that side of Canada. Quebec City, yeah. It is, I don't think it was that unbearable, but I went in the fall, so it wasn't that cold yet, but it was so beautiful. I loved it. I don't know. I always like the cold. It's like beautiful to go somewhere new and see new things and be in awe and all that thing. All that. Ottawa, I've never been. Yeah, that doesn't, I don't know if that's like a great place to be. I don't know anything about Ottawa though. I don't want to be a bitch about it. I don't want to marry anyone. I know, Blue, this is just a game. Can you just play the game? Stop being so lame. Let's see. What did I learn about myself in 2025? I don't know. Didn't I just spew a bunch of stuff I learned about myself? I would say that the biggest thing recently that I learned is that when I turned 30, one of my biggest goals was to have a better self-relationship with myself. Self-relationship. And I feel like I've been working on it for 4 years. And I feel like it was like so important to do. And anyways, what I learned about myself is that I could be hard on myself when I don't know something, and I recently learned this new thing, and I'm like, why didn't I know this before? So I let that go, because you don't know what you don't know. That's been good. I've learned to be kind to myself when I'm in a hard time. That's been hard, but it's been good. Like, there's so many things to be kind about too. It's kind of fun. It's like when you're in fear, say you're in fear, like you could be mean to yourself because you're like, oh, that's fear driven, but I don't need to do that, you know? And then you could be hard on yourself, but you can also be like, I think my fear for trying to protect me, but I can tell myself that I'm safe already. And I don't need to do this one thing so that I can feel safe. Things like that. That's been good. Okay, yeah, I don't know. What about you, Blue? And as you say, what have you learned about yourself? Blue says, I would date a Republican. Okay, that's cool. And would you, oh, you wouldn't marry them. Would you, oh, well, I guess you would bang them if you would date them. How about you, as you say? Would you date the opposite political stance? You would date a Republican. So you're okay? Oh, that's cool. I mean, I would be friends with them. I don't know if I could date one. Yes, that's where I stand. Recently, I've been feeling less guilty about my existence, which is a very woman thing. I'm not the only one. Like, I was at this tea party thing that you guys saw on Discord, that I was at this tea party thing with all these really high executives. Like, they're all very high up in their careers. They're very successful women. And then a lot of them were saying the men would tell them they cannot say sorry. Like, their bosses would tell them they cannot say sorry so much. That makes them look less powerful. And I was getting all mad. Because I really don't believe that you should force yourself to stop saying sorry unless you believe it yourself. I don't think a man should tell you to stop saying sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think a woman should tell you that either. It's just a word, right? I feel like if you get there naturally, that's great. But like, if you're like, I don't think anyone should force you to, just because you work with a bunch of men that are CEOs that need to have like the biggest schlong, and like will not respect you unless you pretend to have the biggest schlong too. I think that's kind of like arbitrary. You know, the whole like beating your chest kind of bullshit. It's like that. It's like, I have to look like a specific way for you to respect my ideas when it doesn't do anything to the ideas and my how well I do my work. It's just like so stupid and like, man's world. Anyways, I was getting to that. I used to feel guilty for like not seeing my neighbor sometimes, Kevin, my friend. Sometimes this week I been swamped. I've been tired. We had a hard week. I didn't see him. And I was going to say something like, oh, I'm sorry, I've been busy. And then I was like, I'm not sorry. And I think that's been a lot of growth. Like, I'm feeling a lot less guilty for existing. I feel like I own my space. I feel like I deserve to be here. I'm not trying to take up too much space. I'm not trying to overbear you with space. I'm just trying to take up the space I have in my body, you know, in my energy. And like, I'm not gonna minimize it anymore. So like, I was about to text, sorry, I was busy. And then I just said, I erased the sorry and just said I was busy. It was cool. Like, I'm slowly getting there. But that's my choice to change, you know? Because I'm not sorry. And that's how I truly feel now. Versus, like, forcing a woman to change just because she works in a workplace with a bunch of men who, will look down on her for stupid stuff that she was trained to do for you men. Oh, I hate it. Okay, as you say, says, I mean, how will that even work? What are you trying to say with this thing? I'm done with you, as you say. I don't know what the last part is, and I'm not gonna say it. How would what even work? Tell me, as you say. What was the question pertaining to? Good try. Thank you. Yeah, I dodged a bullet. There you go. I don't know what that means. Fuck you guys. I scratched my back and it looked like the thumbs up, I think. This woman was saying at the tea thing that I was at that she was, see, it still looks like a thumbs up, that she had children and she didn't go to college, but she became an executive. But then someone in her directors told her that she was a nobody because she didn't have a college degree and like she was expendable. And that like always made her insecure for so long that like if people started asking where you went to college, she would just leave the room. And I was like, wow, it's so messed up how people are so one-dimensional and so stupid and so judging a book by their cover, because we're human and you don't know how much drive someone has. Just because they finished college doesn't mean they have any drive, doesn't mean they have any creativity, doesn't mean they have any work ethic, doesn't mean a lot of things, doesn't mean they can do the work, you know, accomplish the thing, connect with people, whatever, do their work well. And then just because they don't have a degree doesn't mean they can't do that either. And she obviously proved them wrong, but like she was ashamed of that for so long. And I feel like we all have stories like that where we are ashamed of something because it wasn't the right way. And I feel like it's stupid to feel like that anymore, you know? I hope we all learn that we're all human and we can all do things. And just because someone has a stupid opinion and they are very one-dimensional, black and white, and like don't see people for who they are or who they can be, doesn't mean that you have to believe them. Okay, I'm done with that. Sound it out in your head. I still don't know what you're saying. What do you mean it's not that hard? It feels like so hard. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I don't know. My friend is trying to troll me. What is this pronounced like? This motherfucker. Oh, so stupid. Why would you tell me to say that? Oh, as you say, you're so silly. Okay. I am almost done. I got 7 minutes left. You're so silly. Sorry. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna stop saying silly things you say if it doesn't sound like it pertains to the conversation we're having. But sometimes I don't know when I'm reading before I read it, and you fuck with me. So, but still, it's not so hard. My God. Let's see. You know, I had a cousin. Oh man, I know. It's just because I'm reading it already and it's all the like family stuff. So sorry if you guys don't want to hear all this. And this was not a fun, whatever. But you know me, I have a lot of different dimensions. I don't have to always be funny. This actually is a place where I'm not supposed to only be funny, right? This is supposed to be a space where I could be myself. So this is myself. So bear with me as I be myself. My cousin was like fighting with me and she said something like, you make up too many theories. You like, and then she hung up on me and she was saying something, I can't remember, but she was saying, no, this is a data point and that's why I have this theory. And like, but you don't have data points for your theories, something like that. And I was like, but you make up theories too, because you just said like, this is a data point and you have a theory. Like, I mean, she didn't say theory, you know, anyways, only recently, I used to think for like a few months that it was wrong to make up theories, but I don't think so anymore. I think I'm finding patterns in people, and that's what I do because I'm just psychologically intuitive, and you don't want to see my theories. You don't want to see the patterns. You're upset that I see the patterns, so you're trying to confuse me and say that it's just a theory. It's not real, but there's patterns in the things you do and you're upset about it. And I think that's because she has some narcissistic tendencies, and that whole family dynamic has a lot of narcissistic tendencies. And I'm learning a lot about it and how it works out. And I'm grateful for learning about it because it makes me feel more compassionate for these people, like why they behave the way they do. It confuses me. I don't understand. But now I'm kind of like, oh, I see why they behave the way they do, and I understand it, and I won't tolerate it anymore, and I'm okay with that. And they're trying to confuse me, but I'm not confused, and I don't want to be, I don't know, attacked when I'm fighting, and I feel like a lot of them, because they feel threatened, that you see them, or that, like, you see their flaws, that they attack you, and so I like can't handle that. And anyways, I was thinking about her and I'm kind of grateful I had spent time with her, but I'm also grateful that we have space and that I'm going to choose more healthy relationships and friendships from here on out, because I don't want love that's not consistently, I don't want to deal with like roller coasters. I just want more healthier relationships. It's kind of nice. Anyways, as you say, every theory is right to a limit, though. That's true. It's just a theory, right? And anyone can change, you know? They don't have to always be the way they are, but like sometimes you see a pattern and then you still see it and it doesn't change the fact that it's not there, right? And then some of those patterns can be maladaptive. So, yeah. And I also think the hardest thing when I'm thinking about theories about people, sometimes I think it's hard. I try to give myself I feel like you should give the theory a grain of salt when it comes to this person and that person, because you don't know their relationship, like all the caveats of the relationship. But like if they're doing it to you, if they're doing something that's kind of abusive to you, then that theory checks out for you and that person. And you should see if it's something you really want to tolerate, if it's something you really want to help them through and like sometimes you want to be there for them as they change. Sometimes you want to fight for that relationship. Billy's here. Right? And maybe there's something about you that needs to change too. Like, I'm not here saying like I'm a saint and oh, everyone's hurting me and I'm a victim. No. Like maybe there's something I'm doing to like, I don't know, bring out this side in other people, but maybe I'm not too. Like if there's a way I can make it easier for people to change and for me to change for them, then I'm down to try that. But like, I don't know. Sometimes you also need to know where you want to end things. If it's worth having a relationship with this person, you know, like for my situation, I have a kid that's on the spectrum, you know, I have a lot on my plate. I have ambition and I have no time to deal with other people's things to change. I want to spend time with people who are already healthy so that I don't have to change anyone or deal with any of that, because I'm a mom that has a hard time already. And like if I'm having a hard time with other people, I won't be the best mom, and that's my priority. Like if I'm having a hard time with people and I'm not, like, I'm checked out because of that, when you become a parent, you really want to become the best. For me, I want to become the best parent I can be. And if I have bad mental health because I'm consistently trying to change someone else, that's an adult that needs to learn to change if they want to change. That's on them, not on me. That's their journey, not my journey. I'm not here to be anyone's like mom, except for my daughter's mom. You know? Kind of Blue says, I consistently troll you so you know what to expect. See? Theories. See? My theory is you're an asshole, Kind of Blue. You too, as you say, when you do things like Mike, whatever, Hunt. Yes, I'm just kidding. You guys aren't assholes. You guys are funny people who you guys have kind hearts and a fucked up mind, just like me, and I'm chill with that. I like that. This is your home. You know what I'm grateful for sometimes? I used to be so sad I wasn't a part of that family. I didn't grow up in my family. But now I'm like, I dodged a bullet, you know? Like, I think about narcissism, and I think the hardest thing about narcissism is that it's so shame-driven that how can you work on yourself if you can't admit that you have problems? How can you see these things if you have to always defend against looking like perfect or feeling like worthy, you know, because you don't feel worthy on the inside. I feel like narcissistic wounds and tendencies and, you know, full-blown narcissism is one of the hardest things to change. And because I wasn't a part of this family, I didn't get that. And I'm so grateful because I can look at my problems and be like, I am flawed and I'm okay with that. And I'm working on it as best as I can. But just because I'm flawed doesn't mean I'm not worthy. You know, I can look at my problems because I know I'm worthy enough. And yeah, I'm kind of grateful for that. Anyways, dodge a bullet, you know, like it's interesting how your narrative changes as you grow up, because as a child, you're like, I don't have a dad. I'm so sad. Find my dad and be like, I wish I had him around and my whole family would have had better support. Now I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't have them around. I'm so much better off. Different narrative changing is funny. As you say, says, I got some better ones. Wait, let's see. I don't want to hear them, as you say. Kind of Blue says, did you read about the drama with Ben Devher? No, I have not. What happened there? Let me ask ChatGPT. Oh, also, I don't want to shame anyone that might be watching this that might have narcissistic tendencies. It's not our fault that we are passed down with generational stuff. Everyone has generational issues and flaws that has to do with healing. I hope the awareness just like helps anyone that's listening, you know, feel like they're worthy and they can work on their tendencies, you know, whatever they are, you know, whatever, like it's, you can look at yourself and see all that you are, the good and the bad, and still feel worthy and still want to change. Those two, all those things could be true at the same time. Yeah. Anyways, as you say, says, oh, she mispronounced, but I got close. Oh, fuck you. Was that wrong? Were you trying to say something? Hey, at least you can't make me say it because I mispronounced it. Forget you guys. You guys suck. Oh, I stayed a little over. I want to end on something kind of positive. Not really. Let's see. I had a whole thing about materialism and like watching wealth porn and the effects it has on you, but I feel like that's like for another time. Or I guess I could do it now. It's a lot though. I'm looking at it. It looks like a lot. I think I'm good for now. Things forever. Oh, I already said that. I think I'm good. I don't want to be good. I've been having fun with you guys. I don't want to leave yet. What is your nostalgic cartoon? Okay, cool. Kind of Blue's trying to say stuff. I'm not saying any of the stuff you're saying. My favorite cartoon, nostalgic cartoon. I used to like X-Men. I didn't like it that much. What did I like? You know, Digimon was really good. I like Digimon because I felt like, and then they had like Digimon, like different, like the characters grew up and then they had children, and then it was cute. I liked the generational stuff. And I felt like there was always a story when it came to Digimon versus like Pokemon. It was always like repetitive. Like the episode was basically the same episode over and over and over. So exhausting. I hate watching Pokemon. But what else was there growing up? I don't think I really loved any cartoon, to be honest. Kinda Blue says, "Bruh, I was talking about how Billy jumped off your lap so suddenly." Oh, did he? What about you guys? Nostalgic cartoons. Billy is quite agile for an old geyser. He's like 14 years old and he's still like kicking strong. He's a fighter, that one. I remember getting him when he was 5, and you could tell he is a fighter even though he's so warm and sweet. Like he has this tough side of him. And yeah, I think they said that they found him somewhere, like in an abandoned building or something. And he was supposed to have had an owner, but they abandoned him. It was fucked up. And yeah, I don't know why they would abandon him. He's like the best cat ever. But maybe that person, I'm not gonna like shame them. Maybe they were going through it, you know? Kind of like Steven Stallone when he sold his dog for $10,000 and then bought his dog back for like more than that or whatever because he needed the money for rent or something. Like, I'm not gonna shame him for that, or shame him for doing soft porn either, because like he needed the money. I feel like, why are we shaming these people? We use that porn, you know? Like, it's fucked up that we're like, oh, let me use this porn and then shame you for doing it. It's like, what the fuck? It's so silly. You know? It's like, and you should feel for these people. It's not like you grow up wanting to be like an OnlyFans star. Well, maybe I did, but you know, like most people do not, or like most girls do not grow up wanting to be in the porn industry. They do it because they're in a jam that they don't have any support. You know, they didn't have any better options. They didn't know they had any better options. And then all you people who do it are fucking watching them like fucking, like you're using it to masturbate anyway. So it's like, what the fuck? Fuck all y'all. I mean, I'm not talking about you guys per se, but like, you know, it's society is so silly. Anyways, sorry I brought that up. Kinda Blue says, I like G.I. Joe and Transformers. Okay, I used to love Pokemon. As you say, I don't love Pokemon. I feel attacked. Why? Do you shame the women who do soft porn, or Steven Stallone for doing porn? Because if you do, then you should feel shame. You should feel shame, kind of Blue. You should feel attacked. But like, if you don't, then why you feel attacked? I'm not talking about you. Okay, I think I'm good. I am like tired and I'm ready to go to sleep and take a break. So I love you guys so much for coming on, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I'll see you next week, yeah? You guys want to say bye before I leave? I've been working on my book. Let me talk about it a little bit. You asshole. Bye. Bye. Let me talk about it a little bit. No, it's fine. I don't have to talk about it. Bye, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week. Okay. Girl, bye. Hey, that's fucked up. Don't leave me. I feel abandoned again. Fucker. Bye.